What's up, guys? Elysian Castaic here, and I forgot I had that chest on my head. Welcome back to the JoyCraft server. Been having a lot of fun here recently. I got a windmill installed, actually, from Immersive Engineering, providing a little bit of low-level power. Now, I will say that we're not going to be keeping that, and we're not going to be working with Immersive Engineering today. Immersive Engineering, we're going to be having something over in that area to build all of our immersive engineering stuff with. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go around and farm up some of this wheat, because I want to spread our wheat farm around a bit. And I've found that, oddly enough, wheat has a recipe in this pack that is exactly the same as barley, where you can take wheat and turn it into wheat flour, and you can bake that for bread, which is a pretty good starter. And there's going to be an update to the pack here in a couple of days. A couple of mods are getting added, mostly for convenience, and I like this. I love what I'm seeing here. I've always had this thing with the industrial hemp plant where I thought that you had to break the whole thing. That's not true. Just break off the top. It's kind of like sugarcane. It'll grow back and you can harvest it all again. This is pretty cool. I love this. And you can use industrial hemp is used in immersive engineering for tough cloth and some other stuff, but you can also use it. You can take that hemp and you can turn it into string. So this is basically a string farm, and in a way a wool farm. So we got quite a bit right there. We'll go ahead and put all this away. We'll put our stone scythe away. Been trying to get that that wheat field going, because the wheat is used in the hatchery mod, and we're going to be trying to get some chickens and things for a lot of our materials. There is the chickens mod in this. I don't know if we have more chickens, which adds in all the modded chickens for different metals and other materials and things like that. That bird call was really cool. I like that. But we're going to be working over in this direction today. Somewhere in here. Somewhere over here. I'm not going to show you just where yet, because I'm going to show you my inventory. Bam. We got a lot of stuff going on here, but this is the most important part right here. Osmium. We're probably going to need more of it, because that's not very much, to be honest. And we're going to be working with Mekanised machines today. We're probably going to be starting off with a heat generator. Although, honestly, well, we need the energy tablet, and we need enriched alloy. And to get that, we need power. And for power, we're going to be starting off with these heat generators. And we're going to be using... we're probably going to be using this coal coke for a little bit for power. Which reminds me, we have a coke oven here from Immersive Engineering, and this has been giving us creosote oil. I've been trying to figure out ways to pump out the creosote oil, because we don't really have any pipes or anything that could really do that. Because you can't just pump the liquid out of this thing, oddly enough. You have to put in either buckets or bottles. You can't put a tank in here. I tried that, it didn't work. So what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm probably going to have to put a hopper up here with a whole bunch of glass bottles in it, and a hopper underneath with a chest with more bottle that can accept the bottles. So that's going to have to be the way that we go there. We could probably start setting that up right now. Let's hope this recipe works. We've been having a little bit of issue with recipes lately. Some recipes haven't been working. The thermal expansion... okay, that worked. Good. Thermal expansions... Boom. Okay, cool. We got some creosote oil. What was I saying? Oh, right. Thermal expansions servos. For some reason, we cannot craft. And oddly enough, you can't even craft ingots or nuggets back into ingots. Like, this is an AgriCraft recipe right here. Doesn't work. I'm clicking that. I'm taking it out. You're watching me do it, but it's not working. I don't know. Like, to be able to craft that back into an ingot, I'm going to have to go over here to our smeltery. Throw these nuggets in here. Click that. And it only takes a moment, but it's kind of annoying. I don't want to have to do that for everything. Oh, another mod that might be added, which I requested personally, is plus TIC. At least I think I requested it. I might have to double check with... I keep calling him Kiwin, but I think his name is Kevin. He's our partner for this build. I'm going to have to double check with him to make sure that I actually requested that, because it's kind of an important mod. It allows us to take our osmium ore and stuff like that and actually use it in the smeltery, and then we can make osmium tools and stuff like that. But it's mostly like that is early game ore doubling right there. And what we're going to be getting into is early game ore tripling. Yes, we're going to be getting into ore tripling. And it's not really early game, it's more mid game, but we're going to be trying to crank out as much as we can today. We're mostly probably just going to be setting up our power and a couple of metallurgic infusers, which actually reminds me, I need to look at cables for our power. That's a turbine rotor. Let's see. Aha, here we go. It's thermodynamic, pressurized tubes. Here we go. Universal cable. What's the recipe? We need steel. We don't have steel. This is going to be hard. We need a metallurgic infuser. So let's see. Metallurgic infuser. I've built this thing so many times, I should know what it looks like. I'm not seeing it though. You guys are probably screaming at me. Let's see. Metallurgic infuser is... We're going to need one of these too, but I think we need steel for that as well. Metallurgic infuser. Where the heck did it go? Is that it? No, that's chemical oxidizer. There it is. Metallurgic infuser. This we can craft, and we might as well craft one of those up right now. But what about this? Okay, so we're going to need one more furnace. Do I have more cobble on me? No, I don't. Let's go ahead and grab a stack of cobble, because we're probably going to need more. Let's go ahead and do this. Bam. And bam. That was more furnaces than I intended to make, but you know what? More generators for us. Alright, so let's go ahead and get one of these going. Alright, we can't shift click them. So let's see. See if I can remember this recipe. Copper, furnace, osmium. What else? 2 wood planks and 3 iron. Now we're running low on pretty much every material that we have here. But we've got our first heat generator. Sweet! Alright. And it looks like that recipe is perfectly fine. I'm going to be getting into using these a lot, these barriers, because these are just fences. I love the look of these things. Metallurgic infuser. Alright, pretty simple. That, and that. I do believe that JEI is also going to be get put onto the server as well. I did that wrong. We need the furnace there, and we need another furnace there, and then we need a piece of osmium in the middle. There we go. Now I think I'm going to craft up 2 more of each of these because it's going to be very useful. We need one of them for carbon, which is why I've got some coal on me, and we need another one for redstone, and in the future we'll need one for diamond and one for obsidian. And the reason that we need it for redstone is because that's what makes alloy. And we're going to have to go redstone farming, or redstone mining, because we're running out of that stuff. And it's just that takes that, yeah, okay. So let's get another one of these going. Memory, don't fail me now. Bam. Alright, cool. And then we need another heat generator. So we're going to need, okay. See if we can remember this recipe this time. Whoops, that's already wrong. Okay, so there's that, and then I think it was, what was it? Iron on the top, piece of osmium in the middle, and planks on either side. Bam. Alright, so we got 2 heat generators, we got 2 metallurgic infusers. We're going to need the carbon, we're going to need iron, we're going to need more iron, that's for dang sure. I'm getting spoiled in modded because I have been getting used to Vein Miner. Vein Miner is a very useful tool for us YouTubers because it allows you to mine out quite a bit of area at a time. Now you can see these industrial hemp are already growing back. That's awesome. We're going to probably need to get some more seeds because we need that wheat field to be full. So where are we going to be setting up? Well, I'm not showing you that just yet. I'm actually going to do a quick cut here. I'm going to go to where we're working, and I'll get back to you in just a second. All right, welcome back to our little mechanism area. We're not too far from base. It's just up there. We're down in my mine shaft area, actually, and you can actually see on the minimap that the base is right there. So what are we doing down here? Why are we kind of keeping this away from everybody? Well, no real reason. I mean, like, okay. We had the idea of having a secret base and a visible base. So all of our high-tech stuff is going to be down here, and we're actually going to get started here a little bit. There we go. All right. And I'm going to pull up my metallurgic infusers like so. So this is going to be our mechanism area. It's not going to be all stone and everything. Eventually, we're going to clean all this up. The floor is going to probably be quarried stone. We'll figure something out for the walls. I have my coal coke on me. This stuff burns for quite a long time. Look at all that. It turned it all into lava. Now, you cannot pull this out, so this is not a cheaty way to get lava. But this is a very quick way to get power. And you'll see that this starts filling up pretty quick. We're going to change that to RF. Now, it's only producing about 30 RF a tick, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's really good for starting power. So that's why we're doing that. And we're going to grab out our coal. And for the start, I'm just going to use 2 of these. I did find more iron upstairs. Unfortunately, it's still in that form. But the reason that we're using these things for making steel is because, well, immersive engineering, while cheaper, I think you only need coal and stuff like that. But you need a blast furnace, and we need a lot of bricks for blast furnace. Let's actually look up blast. I think it's called blast brick. Yeah, right here. But to get blast brick, you need blaze powder, and I haven't been to the Nether yet. But you also need bricks. So yeah, can't do that just yet. And then eventually we'll need the reinforced blast brick for the advanced blast furnace. And that requires steel plates, and we don't even have steel yet, so, but we're getting there already. We're getting this enriched iron, which we're going to be converting into steel. Now, what are we going to use steel for first? Well, we're probably just going to be using it for basic cables. But we're eventually going to be getting into, we need a, what is it? Well, we need a smelter first. That's the factory. We need the energized smelter. This requires a steel casing, which is 4 steel ingots. So already, we have steel dust. That's a good start. But it's not quite steel, is it? Well, we can fix that. No, we need 8. Give me that. There. We can make just a quick furnace. And we're a little low on coal anyway, so we might as well just use this. Plop that there, pop the coal in, pop the steel dust in, and we're gonna get steel. Pretty cool. I did bring some glass down with me, so we can go ahead and probably craft up our first steel casing right now. Let's go ahead and grab all of that. We might need to smelt up our iron though. That might be a thing that we have to do. Let's go ahead and just, you know what, I'll come back to you with that because I want to double up that iron. Every little piece of iron that we get right now is very, very useful. After we get the energized smelter, the next chamber that we're going to need is the, I think it's called the enrichment chamber. Electrolytic separator. We're going to need one of those for sure for the tripling. Fuel wood heater or dictificator. There's our steel. Is it over here? Combiner, crusher. We're gonna need a crusher, but not just yet. Enrichment chamber. Here we go. Now, we can use this to make... See, if we put ore in here, we can double it right away. Right off the bat. So we wouldn't even need a smeltery for that. And this could be a little bit faster. And you could put stone bricks in it to get chiseled stone bricks, which is interesting. Moss stone can turn into cobblestone. Gravel can turn into cobble. Yeah, this is the important part, is the ore doubling. And once we get to a crusher... I think it's the is it the crusher? It's been a little while since I've done mechanism. I'm trying to remember the proper route to take. No, we're going to need a purification chamber, which is this right here. What this does is it takes ore and makes these clumps. And these clumps you can put into a crusher, which I'm looking through, trying to see where it is right now. Stuff keeps getting in my way. Combiner, crusher, here we go. And the crusher can take those clumps and turn it into dust. So if you remember the purification chamber, it took those ores and it made 3 clumps. So, but we have to give this thing oxygen, which is what the electrolytic separator is for. So it's a little bit of a rabbit hole to get 3 times ore production, but it's one of the only mods that I know that actually does this. Now, there's a couple of other ones that are out there that do it, but nothing as great as this one. Nowhere near as good. I'm not entirely sure what these are. I think that's just the ambiance mod. Huh. That's kind of cool. Let's get our first steel casing made. Now, if I remember, it's 1 osmium. Huh, I did not know AgriCraft made that. 4 steel. And glass. Steel casing, right there. And we're going to get an enrichment chamber. Oh, no, energized smelter. Here we go. But we need these basic control circuits, and this is why I needed the redstone for this machine here. Now, we have carbon in here right now, which is unfortunate, because we're going to end up losing that right now. I'm going to pick that up, put it back down, and it's empty. So let's grab out what little redstone we have. Throw all that in there. It's not much. It's only 30. I don't even know if that's enough to make one of the circuits. Recipe. It requires... not much, but it only takes the osmium. Originally, I thought it was iron. We'll see how far this goes. See if we can get 1. This might only take 10 units of redstone. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. So we can get 2 right now. We can get our... where is it? Where did it go? Energized smelter going. Which is... Does it really need that? The clear glass? Or can it be any glass? Except any block. Okay, so we can do it right now. Oh, no, we need redstone. There's our issue. That's our bottleneck right now, is the redstone and iron. Let's go down really quick and see if we could find any redstone. Let's get our hammer equipped. I've been mining down here just with my hammer, which I did put a diamond modifier and some redstone on. Can I show the modifiers? I can't. Alright. Here's some redstone right here. Gimme. Gimme. And we will get this. There's some redstone. Sweet. There's more over there. Make sure everything is lit up. Let's just grab all of this right here. This redstone is very important for mechanism. There's 41 redstone. Perfect. A little bit more iron. Gimme. Do we see anything else that we want to take? Let's take some copper. We're going to need a lot of copper. We're going to need a lot of tin. Basically every metal we're going to need a lot of. Let's grab a little bit more redstone here. Can I mine this with an iron pick? Yes, I can. Get that out of my way. There's more coal. We don't really need it at the moment. I'm going to be coming back down here soon. I need to get some looting, or not looting, fortune or luck. At the very least on something like this. I might make a pick and put luck on it. It's usually the easiest way to go about it. But how far up was this? Right here. The granite kind of gives it away. Alright. So we got our redstone, we got our 2 circuits. And we need to do the energized smelter purification chip. There it is. Okay, so it's 2 glass, steel casing, 4 redstone, and 2 circuits. Okay, so 2 glass. I'm already going to need more of that. Steel casing in the middle. Redstone. And the circuits. And there we have our energized smelter. We've got our first basic machine here. Now, unfortunately, this isn't going to get powered because these things, the heat generators, only have 1 output, and we don't have any cables at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here for right now. We'll take a look inside of it. It's just your basic smelter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, get the iron, and I'm going to come back down here, and I'll meet you in a moment so we can craft the cables. Alright, and we're back, and yeah, I got a little bit more steel. There's more cooking up in the furnace right now. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some cabling. Bam, bam, bam. We got some universal cables. Sweet. Alright, now this thing is currently empty. It does still have some power in it, but the furnace is already empty. We're going to be upgrading off of these very, very soon, because I cannot tolerate them. My goal for power, at least my hopeful goal, is to get to the wind generator, because they produce a decent amount of power for something so simple. We will get to the biogenerator eventually. Actually, the biogenerator might be the thing that we go for next. Possibly. Because I want to get to this for unending passive power. This will be our go-to for full-on active power. When we need power, we're going to be activating this thing. This thing is going to be our go-between for that, because the biofuel is fairly simple to get, which is another reason why we have that wheat farm upstairs. Let's go ahead and pick this guy up, and let's lay out some cable. Boom. There we've got some cable. Alright, let's put our energized smelter here. And we will put our metallurgic infuser there. Now, we do need to configure the sides. Energy, start green. And we want energy. There we go. Alright, so these should both get power. That still has power from before. This thing has no power. Okay, so let's get out the rest of our steel here. Next machine we want was the enrichment chamber, and the enrichment chamber is good for more than just the, well, we'll need a precision saw eventually. The purification chamber is good for more than just the ore. What's the energized smelter? Is it on the other page? Watch it be here. Crusher, smelting factory, osmium compressor, enrichment chamber. Here we go. Okay, so we're just going to need another steel casing and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Do we have enough glass for this? We don't. Oof. I'm going to run and get some more glass. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the glass, and I also went down into the mine and got a little bit more coal. Now, this is going to hurt me to do, because coal does not last very long in this machine. You can see it's burning through it all very, very quickly. But we are producing power, and that power is going into our machines, and this machine really needs it right now. We're going to be using that in a minute. This machine, we're actually going to move over one. Let's go ahead. I had a little bit of a fight with some skillies. Stick that machine there, because we're going to be making another machine here in just a moment. We need to get ourselves a steel casing. Remind myself the recipe. Okay. Do I have my osmium with me? I do. Okay, so it was like so, no. It was these go in the corner. The glass goes here. And the osmium in the middle. Yep. Now we have enough glass to make another one if we absolutely need to. And we're going to make the enrichment chamber. Here we go. So we need 2 control circuits, 4 redstone, 2 iron, and the steel casing. Okay, 2 iron in the corners, 2 control circuits, steel casing in the middle, redstone around the edge. Like so. There is our enrichment chamber. Sweet. Do I have any more? I don't. Oh well. I'm going to plop the enrichment chamber right here. That keeps throwing me off. Enrichment chamber's already fully powered. Not sure how that happened. This probably had power in it and it just quickly went through the pipe. Let's grab this ore right here. This is tin. We're going to need tin. Let's just go ahead and grab that. We'll throw a torch. In the enrichment chamber, we can actually configure this. The output is already configured. It's turned auto eject off. This, we're going to say input from that side. And it doesn't need to auto eject. So let's throw our ore in here. And watch what happens. So that's running. I got my volume turned down, otherwise this would be really, really loud. Boom. There's Kevin. There's tin dust. And we got the energized smelter going. And we're getting tin. We've already doubled up our ores. Now we just need to get the purification chamber. But for that, we also need another machine, which is the electrolytic separator. And that's going to be its rabbit hole on its own, because we need one of these things. And we got to get all kinds of pulverized stuff, or grits and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode there, guys, because that was a lot of work. That was actually a lot more work than I expected, and we're already out of power. As you can see, this thing sucks up the power like there's no tomorrow. This is one of the most inefficient things there is, but we can get a little bit of passive power by doing a little bit of trickery here. Let's see how well I can do this, because this is slightly dangerous to do, because we need to do that, and then we need one here, and we're going to need to block, no, not there. This is something most people don't know about the heat generator, though, is that you can do this little trick. I'm going to put a block there, and we might as well fill that in right there. All right. This little trick this little trick will provide passive power for this machine. This is really dangerous. If this trick still works. See? It's producing RF. Very little, but it's producing RF. And this thing has slowed to a crawl. But, and even this one's producing RF right now. Very, very little. Micro RF. It's producing micro RF right now. That's not even a full RF. But it is producing power, and we are getting a little bit of production here. This thing is full, so if we could pull the power out of that and pump it into that, that'd be great, but we can't, unfortunately. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, that is horrible. I forgot how bad those things produce energy. Oh, it stinks. But yeah, so we got that done at least. We got started on the path. We're going to continue on it next time. I might do this off camera, because there's a lot of rabbit holes, and there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I have a lot of plans for JoyCraft. So until next time, guys, this is Elysian Castaic, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Bye.